Mm. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So, hmm. So yesterday we saw about three examples of uh, the uh, three kinds of devotee, actually four kinds of devotees who surrender to Krishna. Chaturvida bhajante mam janaha sukritina Arjun. So they were the examples. If you remember, Dhruv Maharaj is for what? Material desires. Yeah, Artharthi. Then who is the example for uh, Arthra, Dukhi? Gajendra. That's good. And Jigyasu?
Sages of Naimisharanya.
Eh?
Sages of Naimisharanya. Sages of Naimisharanya.
Sages of Naimisharanya. Good. And Gyani?
Jnani's four Kumaras and
Four Kumaras, right. So, when we see Dhruv Maharaj's mature prayer of repentance expresses the depth of sincerity that finally awakens in motivated devotees and which enables them to cast off the semblance of devotion and beg for the treasure of Shuddha Bhakti. You know, um, स्थानाभिलाषी तपसी स्थितो अहम त्वं प्राप्तवान देव मुनीन्द्र गुह्यम कांचम विचिन्वनम अपि दिव्य रत्नम स्वामिन कृतार्थो अस्मिन वरम न याचे. See the transformation of the Sukruti into pure devotion. So, oh my Lord, because I was seeking an opulent material position, I was performing severe types of penances and austerity. Now I have gotten you, who are very difficult for the great demigods, saintly persons, and kings to attain. I was searching after a piece of glass, but instead I have found the most valuable jewel. Therefore, I am so satisfied that I do not wish to ask any benediction from you. That is Hari Bhakti Vilas Sudodhay, 7th chapter, 28th verse. Sukadeva Goswami details how Dhruv became free from material desire. First, the touch of the lotus conch shell made the boy perfectly aware of the Vedic conclusion, and he then surrendered. He then understood the absolute truth and his relationship with all living entities. Devim Parignyata Paratmanish Narayan Nirnaya. That has been taken from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 9th chapter, 5th verse. Thus, situated in self-realization, Dhruva recognized the folly of fruitive quest and the supremacy of pure devotion. Finally, freed from all material desires and blessed with transcendental knowledge, and Dhruva became wise. In this way, steady mixed devotion quickly led Dhruva to ultimate means of perfection. As already mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives special recognition to the wise. Dhruva Maharaj's history explains why. Until he became wise, his semblance of devotion could not be purified. The following paragraphs describe how this type of spiritual reformation takes place. The wise jnanis of whom Krishna speaks have fully realized the nature of the self. They know that Krishna is the Supreme Self worthy of veneration. To know Krishna better, they surrender to him. Srila Prabhupada emphasizes two outstanding characters the wise possesses: the full knowledge of the spirit and the relatively purity of the purpose. Relative purity of the purpose. This is described in Nectar of Devotion, chapter 3, page number 32. So Krishna summarizes the effect these two traits have on the wise with the words, I am very dear to the jnanis. Priyo hi jnani artyatham. To seek the truth, although still an impure motivation, that is, it is aimed at something other than Krishna's pleasure. Is the next best thing to a pure motive because it is on the platform of passive adoration. This neutral affection for Krishna manifests itself in the wise due to their purity of the heart. To the degree that the heart is pure, to that degree it will develop faith. To the degree that the heart develops faith, to that degree it can realize the absolute. So a requisite faith is talked about. Requisite faith means the faith which is, pushing up to the status of category of the devotion. All right. Satam prasangam mama virya samvidha bhavanti rad karna rasayana katha tajjoshanavam apavarga vartmati shraddha, rati and bhakti. Three states are going to manifest. Shraddha means requisite faith for bhakti. And the attraction even to that. So all the power is in association of the pure as devotees, and we must be eager to run to them whenever it is possible, and hear them, So we are fortunate to hear Shivaram Maharaj's, deliberation on Shuddha Chittamani, Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani. So, to the degree that the heart develops faith, to that degree it can realize the absolute. And to that degree one possesses transcendental knowledge, to that degree one can love Krishna. Oh my God, what a sequence then, Can you write down the ladder? of how the pure devotional service will generate.
Purity to faith, to transcending the knowledge to love.
Right. So let me reiterate again. This neutral affection for Krishna manifests itself in the wise due to their purity of the heart. To the degree that the heart is pure, to that degree it will develop faith. To the degree that heart develops faith, to that degree it can realize the absolute. And to that degree that one possesses transcendental knowledge, to that degree one can love Krishna. Krishna confirms this in Gita. Being fully absorbed in me and taking refuge in me, many persons in the past became purified by the knowledge of me, and thus they all attain and transcendental love for me. This is in Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 4, text number 10. So therefore, Krishna extols the wise for their knowledgeable devotion, which is still only a semblance of devotion, but is a semblance of a higher order. So even though we are entering into the Shuddha Bhakti, the pure devotion, it is to be cultivated stage-wise. It is not an abrupt jump over like a monkey. No, it has to be developed stage-wise, and the gradation is given. Everything becomes like Sankhya Purvakam, means one after another in a gradation. Sankhya Purvaka Nama Gana Natipihi. That's why our chanting 16 rounds is also coming as a very, very confirmative faith. Shraddha Shabdesu Drada Vishwasa Karanishchay Krishna Bhakti Karile Sarva Karma Krita. That, I mean, you cannot express a definition. It has to be expanded, right? It has to be expanded, and expansion is coming in the form of gradation. Wow, very good. Otherwise, we were knowing only Shuddha Bhakti. Oh yeah, pure devotion. But purity is a gradual process. It's a gradual process. You cannot claim I'm a pure devotee. Watch out.
I need to know the great about
Right? It's always good to remain humble. Rather than come at certain stage and you think, I told you one story that we have a question, of course, to examine how is the maturity of a devotee, what he thinks about himself. At what stage are you, all right, in the development of, the devotional service? Yeah. And we got some varied responses, but most of the sober devotees, they say, I'm at the stage of anartha. All right. But somebody thought because he has read so many things, he is telling that he is on a bhava stage. Oh my God. And then it took some time to realize. And of course, he was given the approval and to progress further. We do not discourage, but we do have a right to check on everyone. So whichever the state one is, we have to uplift and guide them in the proper gradual direction of development of pure devotional service. So, by singling out seekers of truth, Krishna indirectly instructs the other three classes of pious men to cultivate knowledge. As Srila Prabhupada writes, without being elevated to the position of a jnani or a wise man, a devotee cannot stick to the principle of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That has been a nectar of devotion. So, jnani means one who is cultivating the knowledge about pure devotional service is a jnani. Impersonalists are never given credit of a jnani, and that's why they are afraid to of Krishna, and they hide by negating him that he ever exists. But Krishna is talking of a jnani, a pious person who is not a close-minded, but he is trying to develop more and more jnana. Actually, jnana is not to be an acquisition, to be acquired by your sadhana. For devotion, it comes as a concomitant factor. Jnana and Vairagya. Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Jana Tyaso Jnanam Vairagyam Chadahetukam. Ahetukam. So other people who are saying that they are jnanis, they have some hetu or motivation behind it. Motivation of continual envy towards Krishna. That how come Krishna? Because they are stuck with the opinion, even though Krishna denies, authorities deny, but their opinion that Krishna took birth as a human. I doubt very much whether at 5,000 years before Krishna was walking, talking amongst us like a human being. I doubt very much. So when you doubt, you negate him.
Doubted the whole Vedic.
It's called a misfire conclusion. You cannot discard. You have to be open-minded and get convinced. Means get knowledge that will make you further progress.
Like Srila Prabhupada says in Bhagavad Gita introduction, you must at least theoretically accept what Krishna says, otherwise you can't progress.
So this is very, very clear. So Srila Prabhupada, without being elevated to the position of jnani or a wise man, a devotee cannot stick to the principle of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. People give up. Have you seen they are giving away the deities for somebody else to worship? And they enter into some rasa tattva. What kind of audacity they have? When one of my disciples from Brisbane came, and I wanted her to start worshipping Gaur-Nitai, we went to Loi Bazaar. I took her a long time back, and we were negotiating. And old acquaintances came along. Oh, Maharaj, what are you doing? I said, I'm purchasing Gaur-Nitai. Oh, please don't. I have Gaur-Nitai. I'm looking for somebody to take care of them. I said, Are you sure? I says, yes. Can I come? And I immediately went to his home. His wife prepared Gornita with all the paraphernalia they were worshipping. I said, what are you going to do now? So no, we are going to do some prema sadhana. I said, okay. But they were not initiated in ISKCON. They were following in ISKCON, but something triggered that something higher they want to reach. So anyway, they were looking sincere, but I took advantage that they don't understand. Okay, so I got the deities and I took immediately, packed, and the same night that went off to New Zealand. Oh, so it is always risky. I do not know. I do not see them anymore in Vrindavan, but they used to frequent. Anyway, the point is that sufficient knowledge has to be acquired to enter into the realm of pure devotion. So unless and until your Aradhya Dev becomes the hard and fast, the only deities who are situating in your heart, they become Paramatma. You don't see Paramatma otherwise because these deities are taking the same place of Paramatma. So they are directly guiding you for spontaneous devotional service. Otherwise, Paramatma gives instructions, and that is one has to purify the consciousness because we have been misused. That is the gift of Paramatma, and we misuse the consciousness for sense gratification. So Paramatma is unto that and only. But if you go for meditation, the yogis are meditating on the Paramatma, dhyana avasthit gatena manasa pashyantyam yogina. So that form of the Paramatma is only a recognition of this situation or his state of existence within the heart. And it is described as four-handed, and sometimes it is angushtamatram or 9 inches or something like that. So the form of Paramatma means the form of Vishnu Tattva. The farthest expansion, and that Paramatma is residing in your heart. So naturally, the deity that you are worshipping, they will take the place of Paramatma in your heart. Then you will be able to serve him in the pure faith and spontaneous devotional service at the last. Okay, so anyway. In the other words, if devotees do not become selfless through wisdom, material desires will inevitably distract them from serving the Lord. In most commentators' opinion, the distressed, inquisitive, and seekers of wealth all become wise by cultivating spiritual knowledge. This is given in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 16th verse. The commentaries of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur say the same thing. Baldev Vidyabhushan, however, says that those looking to gain wealth or to mitigate distress must first become inquisitive. This inquisitiveness leads them to knowledge. Knowledge then leads them to wisdom, and wisdom to pure bhakti. Either stance, however, recognizes that in order to cast off the shackles of shadowy devotion, realized knowledge is essential. So this is an important fact that Baldev Vidyabhushan is telling that those looking to gain wealth or to mitigate distress must first become inquisitive about the reality. Because after all, and the whole material world is dukkhalayam shashvatam. So mamupetya dukkhaunte dukkhalayam shashvatam napnuvanti mahatmana samsiddhim paramam gata. Samsiddhim, sum total. So pure devotional service and samsiddhim, there is no difference. So now we are entering into another topic that's called indirect path to Krishna. The subject matter of the semblance of devotional service is confidential because few persons are pleased to hear it. Those whose goal of life is pure devotion will consider this study helpful, but others may find it disturbing. The disturbed may even reject what they have read because they mistakenly think that their impure practices are already taken them to Krishna. Oh wow, what a challenge! Just to get rid of that Sahajiism. The deep down root is Sahajiism. They speculate on the basis of their steadiness, but they are still harboring. So they say, oh, how come this becomes a challenge? Maharaj is audacious. They do not consider our long-standing sadhana, our credibility in ISKCON and this and that. Watch out. So, listen again. Those whose goal of life is pure devotion will consider this study helpful, but others may find it disturbing. The disturbed may even reject what they have read because they mistakenly think that their impure practices are already taking them to Krishna. Jiva Goswami's commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam proclaims as a kind of cheating, kaitava, the motivation that impels the four kinds of pious person to turn to Krishna. This is also spoken in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, second verse. Dharmo projita kaita vatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastamastra shivadam tapatrayo ulamulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim Vaparayirishvara. Setyo abrudyate susrabhihi tatkshanat. Tatkshanat means immediately, but we have to give up all the cheating propensities or cut short business without reference. Without reference. People may think, oh, I'm now fixed. But I'm still engaged in karmic activities. So let's see. Kaitava Dharma is cheating religions. So Jiva Goswami's commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam proclaims as a kind of cheating, Kaitava, the motivation that impels the four kinds of pious person to turn to Krishna. Okay. Sri Jiva Goswami further elaborates on what constitutes cheating religion. If a person has even one ulterior motive in the devotional service to benefit himself or someone else other than Krishna and the Vaishnavas, then that is called cheating. See, what a narrow definition, but it is very pure. Tanmatra apekshatvam ched ekarthatvam swiyanyadiya phalapekshatvam chet sa kaitavatvam. Based on this definition, the semblance of devotional service falls into the category of cheating Sakaitava. Whereas the pure devotional service defined in the chapter 1 as guileless, akaitava. Therefore, devotional practices performed with pride or envy, with a motive to enjoy matter, or with a desire to free oneself from conditioned life are all cheating processes. Can you imagine? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Mama janma janmi aishwarya bhavtat bhaktir ahaitu kitve. Na janam na tanam na sundarim kavitam jagadisha vakamaye. Mama janmani janmani ishware bhavatit bhaktir ahaitu kitve. Bhavatat bhaktir ahaitu kitve. I have no desire for wealth, nor as followers. No sundarim means no beautiful women, and kavitam means no glorification. Kamaye, I do not desire. Only I desire that ahaituki bhakti. Savai punsam paro dharmo yato bhaktir adokshaje ahaituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Ahaituki bhakti will please Lord Shri Krishna, who is sitting in the heart. Atma, yourself. Yayatma. Atma is a uniform term to denote yourself, Lord Shri Krishna or a Paramatma, but ultimately the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Suprasidati. Not only prasidati, but suprasidati. They will be very, very happy if your devotional service is ahaituki. Therefore, devotional practices performed with pride or envy, or with a motive to enjoy matter, or with a desire to free oneself from conditioned life, are all cheating processes, albeit in decreasing degrees of severity. But the foremost cheating propensity is the desire to become one with the Supreme. Sridhar Swami makes this clear in his explanation of the prefix pra in the word projita at the beginning of his commentary of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, second verse. The cheating mentality is born of contact with the modes of material nature. Ignorance, passion, and goodness exert their influence on the devotees in different ways and result in various types of devotional service. Kapil Dev describes this phenomena to his mother Devahuti. Devotion service executed by the person who is envious, proud, violent, and angry, and who is a separatist, is considered to be in the mode of darkness. The worship of the temple deities by a separatist with a motive for material enjoyment, fame, or opulence is devotion in the mode of passion. When the devotee worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead and offers the results of his activity in order to free himself from the inabilities of furtive activity, his devotion is in the mode of goodness. This is spoken in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 29th chapter, 8th, 9th, and 10th verses by Lord Kapil Dev to Mother Devahuti.
What is meant by the word separatist? Separatist.
Separatist. A separatist is a person who has an independent thinking other than parampara or shastric thinking. One who gives up Guru Sadhu Shastra for determining his status. He thinks, oh, my Guru doesn't know. Huh? So that is a separatist mentality. All right. Nonetheless, although the cheating of devotees with a semblance of devotion seems to contradict the initial declaration of the Bhagavatam, later in the Canto 2, Sukadeva Goswami supports it. Why? Because a semblance of devotion brings impure practitioner into the contact with the highest good and points them to the right direction. Thus, Sukhdev gives words of encouragement to all the varieties of the devotees. Akama sarvakama vas moksha kama udaradhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajata purusham param. A person who has broader intelligence, udar, dhi means intelligence, but udar means broader. Whether he be full of all material desires, without any material desires, or desiring liberation, must by all means worship the Supreme Whole, the personality of Godhead. In Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, 3rd chapter, 10th verse. Here the word udardhi means intelligent or considerate is used in the same sense as the word udaraha in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 18th verse, where Krishna praises the magnanimous souls, the four types of persons, men, even though the pious men, Chaturvida bhajante, udaraha, they are all magnanimous. Even a dukhi is magnanimous, because at least he comes. So in broader sense, this has been said. Okay. So even though they take up devotional service for their own sense gratification, the Lord encourages them with kind words. Inspired by this kindness, devotees remain confident that their desire will be fulfilled. Thus, they remain exacting in their motivated sadhana. That means the four types of muktis are available because of their personal desires. If you have your own desire to gain all the opulence of the Lord, all the what do you call opportunities to see the Lord, so you can stay in the same planet, Vaikuntha planet. You can so sarsti, all opulence, samipya, closeness to Lord, then sarupya, form of the Lord you will get. All the Vaikuntha Vasis are 400. Even your wife will be having 400, because if that is the Sakam Dharma. Don't be surprised, but that is your desire. Krishna fulfills your desire. Lord Vishnu will fulfill. But you cannot go back home, back to Godhead, to Goloka Vrindavan. Why? Because Krishna is there two-handed, and you can only go if you don't have any desire of your own, save and accept, serve Lord Krishna without any motivation. Ahaituki apratihata, then Krishna will be pleased. Okay? Otherwise, you will have to take a solace in Vaikuntha, because they see the Krishna Bhaktas are going to Goloka Vrindavan, and they said, we are stuck here in the Vaikuntha. That is not fair. Anyway, this is how Krishna encourages the indirect path. He includes less intelligent persons seeking to fulfill their own desires to take up devotional service. Meanwhile, he lets the potency of the devotional practice purify their hearts until they become indifferent to their mixed devotion and begin to practice pure devotion. So can you imagine what we are being offered here in ISKCON? Just initiation? No, become serious because you have a long way to go. Initiation means just the beginning to initiate something. It's not the end. So those who are having material desires, start purifying, become without any motivation. Ahaituki, apratihata, devotion we have to approach. I don't want my disciples, wherever they are, better start rising up because time is running out for me. Become serious and follow all these instructions that we are receiving, and I'm receiving too. So it is very enlivening, and I want to invite you for any question. Haribol.
Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Hello?
Nagendra Kanya.
Nagendra Kanyaka Mata Bolo.
I cannot hear, sir.
I cannot hear. Can you tell to call taxi immediately? Haribol. Nagendra Kanyaka, your microphone is turned off.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Yes. Speak slowly.
Krishna Guru Maharaj. I am in the DT Krishna Guru Maharaj. There is a lot of sound. I cannot hear properly, Guru Maharaj. What is your question, Guru Maharaj?
Ojasvi Prabhu Guru.
What's that?
Ojasvi is Hinda.
Ojasvi Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. Happy
Jai
Krishna
Srila
consciousness
Prabhupada.
appearances.
Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, your last words were very, very heavy. You said you want everybody to rise up. And Guru Maharaj, rising up is like climbing a mountain. The more the higher you go, the more you find difficult. So similarly, Guru Maharaj, in the
Okay.
path of bhakti,
That's
the more
okay.
with the more
Everybody
find
cannot, go on the top of Mount Everest. But eventually, this process is so perfect that it will take us if we follow. Let's
And Guru
utilize our intelligence in purifying our devotional service.
But Guru Maharaj, as we keep climbing up and up or do more and more in sadhana, it seems more and more difficult.
There is
And
nothing difficult in the world. The devotional service is so powerful. It will push you up. You cannot remain stagnant even if you have seen difficulty.
Okay, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Personally, we are experiencing by the mercy of Guru and Gauranga, and if we have firm faith on Krishna, we can overcome all the difficulties, Guru Maharaj. This is my personal experience, Guru Maharaj.
Yes, but we have to exhibit in our devotional service. It's only an understanding, but practicing according to the understanding, becomes a practical realization. Because all are on the same platform, transcendental platform.
No, it's me.
Haribol, Lalsa
Haribol
Mai,
Gurudev.
Jai,
Haribol. Happy Vyasa Puja.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Gurudev. Gurudev, I'm following up the Ojasvi Prabhu's question, same. It is very, very difficult. Sometimes I try my best, but some days are good, some days are not good chanting ground. How to stable, Guru Maharaj?
Do you think it was very easy to forget Lord Krishna? Yes, it was too easy. And it, without any strenuous exercise, we fell from the top to the bottom. We fell. As long as we were in association, in association, a direct touch of Lord Krishna or Vishnu Tattva, through the glance of Mahavishnu, we were introduced in the womb of Mahatattva. So from that Mahatattva took over us. So we have to conquer the three modes of material nature that constitute the Mahatattva. We have to see that in all three phases, asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amrutam gamaya. This reflective world is not our place. We have to give up. We will be forced to give up. So better understand and keep that understanding intact by practice. And you will be okay. You will be protected. Don't worry, Ojasvi Prabhu. A little of pure devotional service is worth billions of dollars.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj.
Thank you, Gurudev. Gurudev, can I, one more question I have. When we chant the Gaura Gayatri is, he is a maintainer. So when we're doing, can we pray that, not let us fall down?
He is maintainer
Yeah.
of your spiritual life also, Gauranga Mahaprabhu, not only material life.
Yeah. So can we pray that, we should not be fall down? Please bless us not to fall
That's
down.
okay. Yes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was told by Nityanand Prabhu that in this Kali Yuga, everybody is like Jagai Madhai. Right?
Yes.
We may be silent Jagai Madhai. Those were gross Jagai Madhai during that time. Because Jagai and Madhai are also within our thoughts and mind.
Always.
Huh?
It's happened always, Gurudev.
That's why
At
we
least-
pray to Lord Nrsingadev to become fearless. Otherwise, all the demon-like desires for fruitive activity in this material world are like Jagai and Madhai. So please smash those desires for fruitive activity in this material world, so we may become fearless in the struggle for existence in this material world. So when you have such devotion, it is more powerful than your desires. It has to prove that the explanation and of the prayers, they are more powerful than our demon-like desires.
Oh, thank you, Gurudev. That's very powerful point.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All glories to you, Gurudev.
Never to get disappointed.
Sure, Gurudev. We are hopeless, but we are not helpless, isn't
Yeah,
it, Gurudev?
but we cannot cry, it is too difficult, it is too difficult. Come on, push.
Sure.
You are not
Sure.
alone.
Sure, Guru Maharaj.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Aparajita.
अपराजिता जल्दी करो, मेरी टैक्सी आ गई है.
Guru's wife is.
Hare
Eh?
Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Happy
Hare
Abhyuday.
Bol.
Guru Maharaj, about purifying the devotional service. So I just wanted to understand a bit more about it.
Something about
It is difficult to hear, but
your microphone is not very good today.
put your mouth in your microscope.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Sorry Guru Maharaj. I just said that I wanted to understand a bit more about purifying the devotional service, that whatever we are practicing. So can you just explain a bit more about?
Looks like you missed the initial classes. It is a gradual process, and when you transcribe this, you will come to know.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Actually, sorry, but I was trying to understand when we are practicing the devotional service, we are actually.
It's a resolve of mind, and then you practice.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. So,
The mindset should be improvised and improvised and improvised to the purer and purer understanding. Okay?
yes, Guru Maharaj. So because you said always that first deserve and then desire. So
That's correct. But how do we deserve? By understanding properly and practicing properly. Then we become qualified to desire.
yes,
Okay.
Guru Maharaj. Thank you,
Good.
Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dhanodrana Maharaj.
Very well.
Happy Krishna Conscious Birthday Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, man. So
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Happy Krishna Conscious Birthday Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So, we'll see tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Gurudev.
Jai.